Hi, I'm Rob. I'd like to take you on a little tour of our GeoPro 12RK camper. We've had it for about a little over a year now, and we've been doing mods as we've been going along, so I'd like to take you on a little bit of a tour and show you what we've been up to. Just to show you a little bit outside here, we've got a Gazelle outdoor screen tent that we set up usually beside the camper. It helps a little area when there's mosquitoes are out, whatnot. Okay, I'll just start off at the back end of the camper here where we are right now. First, what we did is we took out the microwave. We never really had a use for it, and we've made a couple mods here with some bungee cords and some Rubbermaid tubs so we can keep our dishes and other things there. I made this little cover for our sink. It's just a cutting board, and I've engraved it with my laser. Added a few magnetic holders on the walls. You can see here, this is for our utensils, that type of thing. We've also added this pull-out mirror, so you can pull that out if you want to do your makeup, etc. in the morning. I also added under here, I don't know if you can see very good, but I put a panel in here and took the single mono speaker that was added on before, and I just put into two 6-inch car stereo speakers up top, and then replaced or put the light back in how it was before. It gives us a little bit better, and now we can have stereo inside and out. And the solar that is on the roof ties down into the solar controller here, and I've got a little bit of a Renogy battery monitor system hooked up as well that shows the current battery status and a few other items there, so it's handy. I'm going to be, I've got a upgradable Renogy charge controller that I'm going to be, MPPT controller that I'm going to be putting in here. Just didn't get around to putting it in for this trip here, but that'll be a future project as well. Paper towel holder, more magnetic. I've got a couple of drawers here, and we're currently using a Bouge RV cooler that we usually set on freezer mode, and then we can freeze freezer packs and keep them in our Yeti cooler, which is currently right down there at the moment. A little bit of a fold-up table there that we keep on the side here. Mods, we added this table that we can just take off easily and put back on. I added this camper molding along here that we can, move this table wherever we want along here, so that's nice and handy. When you're pulling things out of the fridge, you can set them on there, or just pull it off if you want. Looking down here, we've got, I added this little USB extra plug-in for your cigarette lighter here. Just a junk storage area with a couple of tubs here. Another mod we did here, I just took this whole panel off here and I made a storage container out here. That's usually all it had before was the excess propane hose, so I've got an area where I can put a few tools here and whatnot, and then a little towel holder that we hang on there. We just added a bunch of stackable totes here instead. We found it a little easier to keep things organized. We try to put a label on there what's inside. Haven't quite completed it yet, but that'll be a future project. And then added this little light up here. This is just one of those rotating lights that we can also take off and stick somewhere else. It's magnetic. Coming around this side, we've got our outdoor kitchen area here. We've added this little pop-up pantry, they call it. I'm not sure what the brand name is on it, but we keep that here with a little bit of a sink, and then we've got this Reliance pump container with a little shower head that we can put on here for an outdoor shower. You leave it sit in the sun if you want, or we just use it currently for washing our hands and that type of thing outside. There's our propane stove that came with it. Little step we added there just to make it easier to get in and out. Also added an awning on either side. These are I think they're an ARB knockoff that I bought for I think about $140 at Princess Auto here in Canada. You can see my roof rack mods that I made here. These are sport rack that I've added some strutting going across. I'll show you later, but I've got my solar panels mounted on top. And then we've just got some solar lights that we keep around there. One interesting mod here, we've got we've got two of them. I only have one on right now, but we've got a hanging hammock chairs that we've added on. I've got my jacket bike rack that I added later. It's an option when you buy them, but I didn't have it, so I added it later. I bought it used. Put a beam across the top, and we have our chairs that we hang off of here. I might have to do some mods. It's a little bit of stress on the joints there that I might have to redo at some point, but it seems to be working pretty good. I also took off the hand mechanical jack and I added this electric one here, right there. So you can kind of see up here. I'll see if I can get a taller shot up here later on, but that's my solar panels. We're currently running about 500 watts of solar on the top, and I've added a wider battery case here, and that battery case actually holds two 6-volt golf cart batteries that I've wired in series to give me 12 volts, and that gives me about 100 amp hours, which seem to be fairly good for what we're doing right now. Okay, and here's a quick look at the solar on the roof. As I said before, it's 500 watts. I've got the two 200 watt panels, and then the third 100 watt that I've just got propped on top of the car carrier in the back there. A little bit of a view of the awning from the top and the other areas of the site here. Just around this side, I've got a little bit of a boot on the tire here. Hopefully that deters any thieves. I don't know if it will or not, but and then our second awning that is currently rolled up. We haven't put it out yet, so that's right there. The attachable plastic table that came with the unit. I've added a second. You can see here just a second rail that I use for. It's just I bought it on Amazon, I believe. I've added this little bit of a ladder here. We can just hang it from the side, and I use that if I need to get up and clean the solar panels, which I have to do fairly often just to keep them at 100%. Okay, I don't know if you can see here or not, but up on top here in the back, I just have my solar panel sitting on top and a couple of Pelican cases, but I've added this roof rack up there as well. You can see it's basically the type that used to hook into your hitch. I just unhooked the hitch attachment and just put it up there on top of my roof racks. I don't know if you can see there, but it's kind of a easy thing to tie onto. And right now I currently have my extra solar panels just sitting on there, just bungee corded on. I can either put that up there or on the ground, whichever's handier, but I've opted for up there at this point. And that's about it for the outside. I'll maybe just do a quick tour here of some of the other things on our site before I take it inside. But here's the awning. You can see a little bit better. And we currently have just a privacy panel that we've added here just to give us a little privacy on the side from our neighbors. Just a couple other things here. I've got a barbecue and a Coleman outdoor kitchen set up here. We usually hang a lantern on there, and a nice little retro 70s umbrella we keep on the picnic table, usually with just modified a little holder there that we fill with water, and we can just bring that along and set it up that way. So that's the outside of our camp setup here. And I will just take you quickly on the inside. We've done a number of mods already in the inside, and we've got a few more that we're going to be doing. So I'll just pop you in the door here. Okay, starting at the front here, we added this little cargo mesh. I think we just picked it up at the dollar store, but we use it at the head of the bed just to throw books and magazines and that type of thing in there. I've added a couple of flashlight holders on the wall here. We use them as just an area for, you know, pop your flashlight on. I also hang our head lamps on there as well. We totally tore out the bungee cord that was in here, that mesh bungee cord stuff. It was totally falling apart, so I just ran the existing bungee cords across here, and that seems to be working pretty good. I usually, when we travel, I put a couple of these poles, adjustable poles in here, just to hold things a little bit better. If you look on there, we've got one of these on either side just to stick our glasses in, or our phones at night when we go to bed. We just got these little hook-on container holders that we picked up at the dollar store. Come in really handy at night. You can put a water bottle in there and odds and ends that you want to, but they hook right into the window sill here, and then there's just an extra little piece of double-faced foam tape on the inside just to hold it tight on the door, and they seem to work really well. They don't flop around when you go in and out on opening and closing the door. So that was a nice little add-on that we really liked. I don't know if these are available anywhere else, but we just picked them up at the local dollar store. Here you go, a couple of little hangers on either side. We just use them to hold miscellaneous, our phones when we're charging them sometimes. Added a bigger 32-inch Samsung TV in here, and the Bose sound bar. We usually throw movies on USB and put them in there just to, you know, if we have a rainy day and we need some entertainment, or sometimes at night. Getting back in here, I added, just give me a second here as I get around. I added a top little electrical panel here. It's got a couple of USB ports, some switches for some lights if we opt to add those in, and another car charger port. Added a little clock underneath with inside and outside temperature. And then what we did on here, we also took those mesh bungee setups that were included originally, and we just found some nice baskets that fit perfectly in there, and we just used existing bungee cord to run across just to hold things in place while we're traveling, and it works pretty good. So, and that's about it for the inside. I'm 6'2" and I have no problem fitting in here. A lot of people, that's the first thing they ask me is, how do you get into that thing? But it's I usually sleep on this side and things work really good. My wife Donna has no problem. She's, I think, 5'4", but you know, it's perfect. Perfect. We also, I'll just show you one more quick mod my wife did. She sewed a pillow that goes along the whole front here. Pool noodle actually fits as well. We just keep it on there just to give a little extra support at night, and put our pillows on top of that. So it works really good. So that's about it. So thanks for tuning in with me here this morning on our tour of our GeoPro 12RK. I hope I enlightened some of you with some of the mods that we've done to our unit, and hopefully I can inspire you to maybe do the same, or I'm always a type of person that looks at things and says, hey, I can probably do something a little bit better here, and make things a little bit nicer and more convenient. And we've got it now set up so that we can live pretty much indefinitely off-grid with this unit. So a couple of tweaks here. I've got another solar panel that I can use if I need to top off the battery a little bit on those days when we don't have a lot of sun. But right now we're very sunny, and things are looking really good. So thanks again for tuning in, and hopefully I've shed some light on some of these mods that you can do, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully you're looking at maybe doing some of these yourself and improving your unit as well. So take care, bye-bye, and thanks for tuning in.